Hello and welcome back to Atlas Editions with myself, Ailey. Now, if you've got an eye for the fine things in life, this is something for you. This is the Loire silver-plated pocket watch. And here to tell me a lot more about it is our expert, Guy. Welcome to the show, Guy. Now, this is extraordinary. Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Yeah, I mean, in simple terms, it's a museum-quality replica. And we're very proud of this watch because these are the types of watch that you would actually see in the Patek Philippe Museum in Geneva. And it's a very fine piece of real mechanical excellence.
I mean, it's a sophisticated classic timepiece, this really, isn't it? It's a silver-plated skeleton pocket watch. Now, when you talk about it being skeleton, what exactly do you mean?
Very simple. It means that you can actually see the works from the outside as you can from the front of the face of the watch here, the dial.
That's right.
And in fact, if you look a little bit more carefully, you can see some of the details that go behind the manufacture of this instrument. And you can see that little tiny balance wheel flicking away, which is like the beating heart of a watch. That's
right, it is. And it's got this beautiful floral design as well that you can see. I mean, it's real classic sophistication. And
that detailing on the edge is actually what they call damasking, which in days gone by would have been very finely stenciled by hand by the manufacturer or the watchmaker.
Yes. Now, how do we get this to work? Is it operated by battery, or is this...
It's a mechanical watch, just like its forebears. And
right.
The design of the watch and the making of the watch goes back generations. In fact, in Britain, we have a very rich history, and all we've done is followed that as faithfully as we possibly can. So, being a mechanical watch, you simply wind it like this, and...
So you just wind
correct.
It like...
Absolutely. And if you want to change the time, you just lift the crown, which is the piece in the middle that you're touching at the moment, and then you just move it the right way.
There we are, fantastic.
But one piece of advice is that it's best to move the watch the same way that it always goes, rather than moving it backwards to protect it. Good
tip. Now, this really would look lovely if you were going to hang that on a jacket, if you had a lovely suit as well. Perhaps you know somebody who has a real eye for classic things as well.
It is, and in fact, that's really where we believe it's a wonderful piece to own, because it's got such a rich heritage, not just in Switzerland, but in this country as well, where clockmakers like Harrison, Tompion, Graham were really the forebears and the guys that led the development of handheld watches and pocket watches.
I mean, vintage really is in at the moment, and if you're looking for vintage, then this really says it all. The Loire silver-plated pocket watch there, and you do, of course, have your certificate, your guarantee there as well, your numbered guarantee certificate. So that is something that people who like good things like to have guarantees and certificates. Now, if you would like to have the Loire silver-plated pocket watch, all of your very own, this is how to get it. Now, originally, we were selling for £14.99, but not now. Now it's £2.99, which is a saving of £12. It is free postage and packaging, and it comes with a numbered guarantee certificate presentation box and a free mystery gift. The number to call is 0800 678 5400, or you can order online at atlaseditions.co.uk. Now, we talked there about vintage. This is something that's very current at the moment. I mean, this really, we're talking about right back to the 1930s when people would have been wearing this, wouldn't they?
Yes. After the First World War, the transition started to happen where people started to use wristwatches rather than pocket watches. But this history goes back, way back to the 17th century when people started to make these devices in the first place.
That's right, and you can see, I mean, it does transport you back to that time where you can see the detail that's gone into this. There's no exception to the rule here. You have your guarantee as well. You have the beautiful packaging of the box and this lovely little mystery gift, which I'm not going to tell you what's in there. You have to buy it yourself to find out. Now, of course, if you would like to have the Loire silver-plated pocket watch, this is how to get it. Bearing in mind the original price was £14.99, but not today. It's £2.99 for you, which is a saving of £12. Free postage and package, comes with a number guarantee certificate, presentation box, and a free mystery gift. 0800 678 5400, or order online at atlaseditions.co.uk.